This topic will be the challenge of working parents. Please tell family and friends to attend these lectures, as they are not only informative, but they're very important for both parents and youth to listen and hear. Next, we'll be holding a March break camp here at the center from Monday, March the 11th until Friday the 15th, from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. The cost per child is $50 per day or $55 for the entire week. You're not going to find better daycare than that. For those who are interested, please see our newsletter so you can register online, or you can attend the office and register there. Spots are limited, so if you want to attend, please do so immediately. Lastly, our guest Imam will be delivering the Jummah khutbah as Dr. Munir. Thank you very much for your time. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونشكره ونستعين به ونسترشده ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وقائدنا ومرشدنا وحجتنا وشفيعنا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله وطاعته، وأحثكم على التمسك بهدي قرآنه وسنة نبيه. فقد قال الله جل من قائل: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم. My dear brothers, sisters, if you were like me last night, fast asleep at 1:45, you could have been startled out of your sleep by the Amber Alert that was placed through our telephones. And this is the new thing that we really have now in our province. And around 2 o'clock, another alert was sent to us that things are finished now, and in the morning we discovered that, father had killed his 11-year-old daughter. But the thing is, that alert helped police to determine his whereabouts within half an hour. And in as much as sad it is to find out what happened, I was more sad, I was disappointed in the number of people on social media who expressed their displeasure that this inconvenienced them, that this came unnecessarily to, do them this discomfort, to do things in a certain way that they did not appreciate. This is sad. To find that everything now is becoming self-centered. That it's me, don't bother me. No matter how serious a certain problem is to others, I don't like to be inconvenienced. So I decided that this is what I want to talk about. From the Islamic perspective, is it really an inconvenience to help, even if you did not help directly, but there were others who received that alert and were able to help the police to achieve something good, even though the outcome was very sad? But aren't we members of the same society, same community, that should help each other no matter what? Isn't this what Islam teaches us? And this is where I want to start from 2 ayat. Some consider them just one ayah in a surah that we repeat all the time. Yes, you guessed right, it's the Fatiha. So what does the Fatiha have to do with this Amber Alert? Just bear with me. In the Fatiha, we read, after أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. You alone, no one else. You alone we worship, and from you alone, no one else, we seek help. Guide us on the straight path, Ya Allah. Which means that you cannot just seek help from any other source, and if you run out of sources and you don't get the proper help, then you turn to it. This is not the case. Because it says, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. The same as we say, Oh Allah, we don't worship anyone but you. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. And we say with the same breath, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ, which means that we shouldn't, we will not seek help except from you. If you will bring us a cause, a sabab, for this i'ana, for this help, it will be coming from you. Not that because we sought something and we forgot about Allah. This is not what faith is all about. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Quite often we have spoken a lot about إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. But we haven't spoken enough about إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. How should we look at this seeking help from Allah? Seeking help all the time. Well, as Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who taught us things from the Quran, who explained the Quran for us, he explained to us that seeking help from Allah and getting that help is conditional. Is conditional. Because in a hadith which was reported by two sources, but it sounded almost identical from the two sources, we read the following. Because Ibn Abi Dunya reported through the authority of Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reported to have said, كان الله في عون العبد ما كان العبد في عون أخيه. Look at this condition. Okay? That Allah will come to the aid and will help His servant as long as the servant is looking after and helping other people in the community. So long as you are ready to provide help for other people who could get that help from you, so long as you are ready to do that, Allah will help you when you need help. This is the condition. And as we read in Muslim, in Sahih Muslim, through the authority of Abu Hurairah, من يكون في حاجة أخيه يكن الله في حاجته. Whosoever, the same thing, whosoever is ready and prepared to help his brother, her sister, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to help him, help her. So, إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Look, these are equations from the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, Ya Allah, we are seeking help from you. Okay, I will help you, Allah says, but as long as you are ready to help others. Don't just develop that attitude of being inconvenienced, that leave me alone. No, you cannot be left alone. You know, Islam develops our spirit. Islam is not to pick and choose. This suits my personality, this doesn't. Well, Islam should shape our personalities. It's not that we develop a personality and then we look for Islam to see if it really meets what our personality requires. No. Islam should shape this personality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Hajj, actually at the end of Surah Al-Hajj, because as we know, the beginning of a surah, the ending of a surah are extremely important, because the beginning introduces the concept and the ending summarizes everything. So at the end of Surah Al-Hajj, where there are two sajda, the only surah that has two sajda in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us something about four things we should not belittle. Four things that we should do all the time. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. It did not say Ya ayyuhannas. It is an address to the people of faith. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu urka'u wasjudu wa'budu rabbakum waf'alu al-khayra la'allakum tuflihun. Waf'alu al-khayra. O people of faith. O people of faith, bow yourself before Allah humble yourself before Allah. Prostrate yourselves to Allah and establish worship to Allah. And number 4, continuously do good. Do good. And there are many levels of goodness that we should do. And it all reflects back on us. We should do good to ourselves by really cleansing this inner self. This is goodness. We should do good to the immediate circle around us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala entrusted us with. You should help your families. You know, many children need help from their parents, but the father is busy making money for them, which they don't need. Children need love, and they need love, and they need love, then they need you to make them some money for a living. You see, in societies where love is becoming scarce, people had to focus and convince themselves that they still love, so they made one day to celebrate love. But Islam calls for love every day, all the time. A family wherein there's no love is not a family. A family where the father and the mother do not provide help in a focused manner is not a happy family. You know the story, and I told it, from this minbar before, about the letter that a child wrote his father and put it, under his pillow. And the father, with details, got upset with the child, and finally, when he went and read that letter under the pillow, it says, I just need a little bit of time from you so that you hug me, I sit in your lap, you play with me, this is love. Kids need help. There's another level of help. Our communities, this community needs help from its members. You don't just criticize, but you help to improve things. And the hadith of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, whosoever finds something that is not proper, let her go forward and help correct the situation. If he or she is unable to do that, let her talk about it to others who can affect a change. If that is not possible, then they should feel bad about it. And that's the weakest display of faith. There is help at the level of the city you are living in. You have to respect the parking meter. You have to respect the laws, bylaws of the city. You have to respect your neighbors who are governed by bylaws of the city. You have to help to establish law and order. You have to help in your country. And you take it globally. How many people now are helping please forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce it because it's, in a different dialect, different, language. But our brothers and sisters, the 10 million Uyghurs in China. Uyghurs in China. I don't know if I said it right, but imagine what is happening right now. 2 million men are in concentration camps. They are being labeled that they are re-educated. They are banned from even thinking that they could maintain their Islamic identity. 500,000 of their children are being taken to orphanages, and their parents are still alive. But they are placed there so that they can be taught communism as the way of life and made them forget about Islam. I know the same thing is happening in Arab countries, many similar, but you know, now this is the same as it happened in Myanmar. It's happening in China. And it's also happening to another ethnic community in China. The Huis, H-U-I. It's happening to them. They are being stopped from living their Islam. 5,000 masajid are demolished. 1 million women. Just the word is so difficult for me to say it. 1 million women are being raped of their honor under a title of, we are sending 1 million men as guests to live in those homes. Guess for what? This is happening right now. What are we doing? Or are we becoming numb to helping? Or we don't want to be annoyed, inconvenienced. You talked to us enough about the problems of the world. Well, we are living at times, we are not living at the times of the Tatars. You know, the period of the Tatars was horrible, but that was their time. The Crusades, that was their time. You know, the First World War, Second World War, that's their time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing us now through what happened in Bosnia. What happened? Just don't talk about it. Let it go. Do you know that we are still living the outcome? But now we forgot about even the outcome. And I'm afraid that if we let these things happen, human rights violated, we don't bother to help others at all those levels, then we will be living our children will be living the consequences of our apathy. Our children may not forgive us for not doing anything. So many things are assaulting our children. We talked about the social media. We are talking about now the inconvenience of being called to help others. This will help us when we stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ هُوَ خَيْرًا وَأَعْظَمَ أَجْرًا. Whatever you put before you from goodness of helping others, you will find that when you stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as goodness, and you will receive abundant reward. But look at the ending of this ayah, which is the ending of the surah, Surah Al-Muzammil. How did this ayah, وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ هُوَ خَيْرًا وَأَعْظَمَ أَجْرًا. How did it end? وَاسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. That's how it ended. You ought to seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you decide not to help others. And Allah is oft forgiving, oft merciful. But we have to do our duty. We have to teach our children the ethics, the value of helping others. We cannot just tell them, mind your own business, you know. This is a slang statement that we hear it all the time. Mind your own business. Islamically, this is an insult. Islamically, this is an insult. We shouldn't mind our own business. We should always extend a helping hand. You know, I will end the first khutbah by something that ترجمان القرآن أو ترجمان القرآن حبر هذه الأمة Abdullah ibn Abbas said. You know, Abdullah ibn Abbas was the exegeticist, the person who helped others to understand the Quran. What did he say? He said, أربعة لا أقدر على مكافأتهم. He said, there are 4 people I don't have enough to reward them with. رجل بدأني بالسلام. A person who greeted me first. You know, we met and either one of us should have greeted the other, but he greeted me first. I don't know how to reward this person. Number 1. Number 2, ورجل أفسح لي في المجلس. That I came to somebody's house, or I came to the masjid, or I came somewhere and the place was full, and he immediately, out of respect, out of love for me, just either asked somebody, or he or she or whatever, just moved so that I can sit comfortably, so that I don't feel that I'm an intruder, that I am extra, I'm not needed. No. Welcome, brother. This person I can't find enough to thank him with. Number 3, وَرَجُلٌ اغْبَرَّتْ قَدَمَاهُ وَهُوَ يَسْعَى فِي حَاجَتِي. A person whose feet got dusty while he is moving, looking for means to help me. But look at this, how he took it further. Number 4, he said, أما الرابع فلا أقدر على مكافأته أبدا ومن يقدر على ذلك فهو الله. As for the 4th, I don't think I can ever find a way to reward him or thank him, because the only one who can do that is Allah. They said, فَمَنْ who? Who's that person? Who's that person? So he said, رَجُلٌ نزل به أمر فبات ليلته يفكر في من يقصده فرآني أهلا لحاجته فأنزلها بي. Said a person who was inflicted with a difficulty, a calamity. He was inflicted with a need, and he spent the entire night thinking, who is the person I can ask for help? And then he found me suitable to help him in his want, in his need. So he came and asked me. So look at this. He's telling us that a person who asks you for help shouldn't be the person who should thank you. You should be thanking that person. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will accept our dua. Ameen ya Rabbal Alamin. الحمد لله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. My dear brothers, sisters, what I'm afraid of is that the messages from this mimbar may turn into idealistic, undoable messages that, what are you talking about? Things now are so widespread that you can talk from now until you turn blue. Nothing is going to change. And I would like in the second khutbah to please appeal to my beloved brothers and sisters. Don't let khutbah al-Jumu'ah turn into a ritual that we just listen or sit sit through, not even listen. Sit through waiting for the 2 raka'at to be recited quickly again so that we can go and relive our lives. This is not the purpose of Jumu'ah. The purpose of Jumu'ah is to affect change. And let us reassume this Islamic base of helping others. إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. If we want help from Allah, then we should enjoy helping others. And I will end with a short statement for Ibn al-Qayyim. He said, إِنَّ لِقَضَاءِ حَاجَاتِ النَّاسِ لَذَّةً لَا يَعْلَمُهَا إِلَّا الَّذِي جَرَّبَهَا فَلَا تَسْتَصْغِرَنَّ من المعروف شيئا فإنك لا تدري أي شيء سيدخلك الجنة. Ya Allah. That's why I paused, because I wanted to enjoy what I said. It's that beautiful. He said that there is a kind of pleasure associated by helping others, helping other people. If you are someone who is helping others, there is a kind of pleasure associated with that. No one can really appreciate that unless he has experienced that, helping others. And don't ever say, but this is too little, it's insignificant. Don't ever think that way, because you never know what little thing will tip the balance for you and make you enter Jannah. You never know. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وخطايانا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم علمنا من ديننا ما جهلنا وذكرنا منه ما نسينا وكن معنا ولا تكن علينا. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم ودعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.